G'day everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today it is Sunday, so it is time for the garden tour. So let's go have a look and see how everything's going. Alright, off we go. Okay, as per normal, we'll start off with the large bed. So away we go. Okay, I planted out jalapenos. Now put the jalapenos at this end of the bed because this is where I was getting the most slug damage. And I figured jalapenos might resist the slugs a little bit better than bell peppers or capsicums. We've got our sunflower that was in here. A few more jalapenos. And more jalapenos up there. Performate the Brucey. You can see they're still sort of struggling along. That one and that one haven't kicked off yet, so but they're still hanging in there. Alright, zucchini, we're still in the process of losing that one, but the fact it's still there means the slugs have died down an awful lot. So, and that's because I'm out hunting them every night. Now if we have a look at this zucchini, it's coming along great. You can see there's a couple little male flowers sitting there. So that one's coming along fantastically. If you see the colour of the stalk, let's see how it's pretty green. Whereas if we have a look at this one here, it's pretty anemic and white, and the plant's not doing as well. We're holding a lot of moisture in the ground out the front here, which is great once summer hits. But until then, it's slowing everything down a bit. And I'm finding that with all of the cubrates that they're slowing down because there's a lot of water holding in the ground here. Alright, on to the non-Italian pear. As you can see, this one's still pretty much the same. It's grown weird. And we'll see what happens. See if it comes out. Otherwise, I've got one to replace it inside. And those ones, they're coming along. Okay, our golden nuggets. You can see we're still struggling. Lots of yellowing and that sort of thing. Again, it's that moisture issue. This one's coming along great. And again, you can see that's got a nice green stalk, whereas the one next to it has a yellow stalk. And again, that's that moisture issue. Just all this rain we've been getting. Okay, Amish paste tomatoes, going great guns. Absolutely going fantastic. They've really kicked off. So, and they're a great early season starter. Yeah, the ground's sort of just as moisture logged as everywhere else, but they're doing fantastically. Okay, our grandma pumpkins coming along. Again, we've got that same sort of anemia and yellow stalk. This one's got a nice green stalk and sort of taken off. Okay, cucamelons slowly moving forward. That one's just about ready to start twining up, so that's awesome. And our flowers still struggling along. Alright, kale bed going fantastically. That's ready for another pick very soon, so very happy with that. The sunflowers that I've put in here, they're starting to take off a little bit, so that's great. And I've also put the paprika peppers in here, so that's got the 4 paprika peppers. Once the kale comes out, they can have the bed to themselves. So a little bit of succession ready for once we get to the warm weather. Spinach bed doing great. And the sunflowers that are in there also doing great. I'm finding I've more got a problem with drying out in these raised planters than I do with moisture logging. So I've got to keep an eye on these and keep some water up to them, and that will be a real issue come summertime. So we'll see what happens with them come summertime. Cherokee wax beans. We have blossoms going on, which is great. You know, we're starting to get to the stage where in a couple of weeks they will be bearing some beans for us, which is awesome. Our potatoes, just, you know, they are great. Couldn't be any happier with those. They're all coming along fantastic, even the supermarket ones. And you can tell supermarket ones because they've got the different foliage. But yeah, really happy with how everything's coming along here. Everything but this one is up to full height with soil. So during the week I might start putting some mulch in the other ones. Plenty of soil in there. And we're even starting to get to flower stage. So they are really kicking goals. They're doing fantastically. And these would be the supermarket ones by the looks of it. So they've already gone to flower stage. A couple more weeks when they're in full bloom, then it should be fine to start picking new potatoes out of them. But I don't know whether I'm going to do it with the bags and buckets. It's sort of tricky because there's not enough space, so picking new potatoes might disturb everything. Alright, our violet queen beans. Again, we're at flower stage. Over here, they're actually blossoms. So hopefully another week or two we should start getting some beans off. Very happy with them. Our pak choi. Now I'm on top of the slug problem. They've been getting a bit of cabbage moth caterpillar. So pak choi's a bit of a pain to keep going, but and it's a nice quick crop, and you just get something out of it so quickly. I've taken a couple out that were turned into seed, and I've got a little cooking video that should be up tomorrow for that one, and you can have a look at how that's going. Now, our lazy housewife, they are twined all the way up to the top of the trellis. They're doing fantastically. They are not too far away from flowering, as you can see. The flowers are formed there. They're not too far off. So again, I reckon maybe 3 weeks we should start pulling some beans off this one. So all very good. All right, our central raised bed. You can see the pimply squash, it is just taken off. We've actually got tendrils starting to form, so the plants are starting to mature, which is great. There's some male flowers showing in here. So again on this one, male flowers, tendrils, and this one's a monster. Part everything in here. So we've got secondary vines starting to come out. We've got male flowers. You know, doing fantastically. This one here, I actually lost to the wind. We had a blowing gale during the week, and it snapped it off. So, is what it is. You know, you can't fight Mother Nature. All right, our San Marzanos. This one is just monstrous. I mean, you can see the thickness of that. You can see the thickness of that trunk in there. It's going great. It's shooting laterals. It's doing everything it should. One's on the other side of there. Again, doing pretty good. Fairly thick in the stalks, and they're coming along. So pretty happy with those guys. We've got our little flowers in the middle, and they're hanging in there. Not really doing great guns, but they're hanging in. Alright, out the front, our baby blue pumpkins. Again, they're kicking along great. We've got some flowers, we've got some tendrils. So, very happy with where they're at. That was our one that was slug damage. You can see it's catching up slowly to the other ones. But again, we've got one that's just a monster. So, very happy with that. In the center here, I've added in the capsicums to the raised bed, bell peppers for those in America, because I keep getting told off for that. So added in a couple of those. So as you can see, this is a pretty full bed now. Yeah, it's very tight, and so we've got to keep up the fertilizer. Hopefully the weed tea will be ready to use. I'm using that old manure tea at the moment, so keeping everything well fertilized as we go along, because I've got so much in there. Okay, our smaller raised bed, our weeby little pumpkins, they're coming along. You know, this one's putting out a few deformed leaves and that sort of thing, but it's hanging in there. That one's our monster in this bed. And we've got another one hanging out the back, and of course we lost the one at the very back there, which we put the sunflowers in. They're coming along great. Our San Marzanos, they're a little slower in this bed, but again, the one on the left is coming along. You know, that will be growing up soon. One on the right is a little bit smaller. And another capsicum slash bell pepper. This one here, it had lost its roots. I've put it down into the soil, and I'll see if it survives. Alright, so that's everything out the front. Let's go inside and have a look at what we've got left inside. Alright folks, and here we are inside. As you can see, the cucumbers are doing well. They're starting to leaf out, so hopefully by the end of the week they'll be ready to go back out, and we've got the slug problem licked. Most of the cucamelons are doing pretty well. This one's still going a little slow. Starting to get first leaf out on the tomatoes, so that's good. Alright, and across to the capsicum slash bell peppers. Yeah, they've done much better this time. You can see there's still a couple that have only sent one up, but you know, we've got a couple of twos, so yeah, we've got a bit of coverage this time. And the ones that were up last week are still going along slowly. So hopefully they will be ready, probably another couple of weeks before they're ready to go out. Alright, well thank you very much everyone for watching. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit that little bell notification so you know when I've got further videos coming out. Again, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.